Welcome to Resource Masters, made by Elite Nexus Alliance.
Good day. I'll be taking you through the login system through Resource Masters. Firstly, we have various options to log in, either through Google Sign-In, which you'll click on the drop-down button here as the Google Sign-In button renders, and you can choose an email to sign in with. Then you can log out. Additionally, you have the option to sign in with your username and password. So you'll click login. An OTP will then be generated, which you'll then retrieve from your email address. You'll then input your OTP address and then click verify OPT to log in. Then you can continue to log out. Additionally, you can then forget your password. When you click forget your password, enter your email in which you forgot your password for. Click submit. This will then generate an email to send you an OTP to your Gmail to then reset your password. Enter the OTP and then enter your new password you would like to enter. Click reset password, and now your password has successfully been reset. Thank you so much. So now I'll be taking you through the onboarding section. And what the onboarding section is, once an employee has been hired by a company, they then need to onboard onto the system, which is basically filling in all your personal details. So on the login screen, you'll click onboarding and you'll be loaded to the onboarding screen. When you are hired, the HR administrator will then create an onboarding account for you, which will contain your email and a password. So on the onboarding, enter your email along with the temporary password that has been generated for you. Click begin onboarding. So then you'll be displayed with the onboarding screen. Firstly, it's loading the training videos from our Google Drive. These are just a bunch of videos about the system that you can watch to understand how to perform various features. Here, you can choose to upload a profile picture. Click right there, open, and you can just confirm all your details as you go through. Once you confirm your details, you'll then click the next button. This will then take you to your residential address. We are using a Google API here for the addresses. So, university. Then you can enter your address. I'm just going to say University of Pretoria here. Click enter. And now you can choose your primary contact number and your secondary contact number. So, 7, the secondary, 7, and as well as your personal email. r@gmail.com. This is some test data. Then once that is confirmed, you'll then click next. Your next of kin, say Fred. This is your family details, your next of kin, Fox. And then you'll select your relationship with that person. Here we can say parent, John, and you select your relationship again. It's your friend. And you can click next. Here are the employee documents that you need to upload onto the system. See here we've got an ID document, passport, driver's license, proof of residence, and then bank accounts. As you can see in the bottom here, you have your ID, proof of residence, and your bank are the required documents. So we'll click ID document over here to select your ID documents, upload your proof of residence. What's it called? Proof of residence here. And then lastly, your bank account. You'll then click next. And these are the training videos that you can watch prior to logging into the system if you have any queries. Now, as you can see, I'll go to the end of the onboarding and not all the information has been complete, so it won't allow you to continue until you've completed everything. If you go back to residential address, so just come back to the residential address and confirm your address. Enter. So you can see the issue you're having here is as we move from residential address, since we've selected the University of Pretoria, it cannot be stated as the actual home address. So if you remove this and then choose, let's say, residence in Hatfield, so Park Street, Hatfield, as you can see, it is now successful. You go to the end and then you'll click Submit Onboarding. And now this is how you successfully complete your onboarding profile. Let's wait for it to load. Now you've successfully completed your onboarding. Thank you.
In this section of the video, we'll be going over the leave subsystem. So you navigate to the leave card and you can view your leave request. If you would like to add a new leave request, you can click the leave request button, or you can navigate to leave on the left sidebar and click the new leave request, and you can choose the leave type that you would like to book. You select the start date and an end date, and you add a description. And you click the create button, or you can cancel the leave request. It will discard the whole form and go back to the leave request view, and you click on create, and your leave request has been added and it has a status of pending. If you would like to edit the leave request, you navigate to the pencil and you click edit. You can maybe change if you booked the wrong leave type. You can change the leave type, click submit, and it has updated the leave request. You can also choose to cancel a leave request by pressing the X button, which will change the status to cancelled and update the leave request. So now, to the booking of the leave request, as I've already said, you add a start date and an end date. And a description. And now, please note that it is only HR, the employees with the employee type, human resources, and admin user who are able to accept or decline leave request. To do that, you navigate to the information button and click it, and you will be presented with this form, which will have details about the leave request, because it's got the employee, it's got the leave type, and it has got available leave days and the leave request duration. And if you can choose to decline, if you decline the leave request, the employee will get an email saying that their leave request was declined. Alternatively, you can approve the leave request, and after you approve the leave request, the employee will get sent an email. So let's approve the leave request. And the leave request has been approved and an email has been sent to the employee. Here's the email that has been sent after the leave request has been approved. It sends the employee an email of the details of the leave request that has been approved, and also how many days that they have left of that leave type that was booked. And that is how you navigate and use the leave section of the system.
Our next section is our timesheet section. So on your dashboard, if you navigate towards actions, you can click your timesheet. Then you'll be displayed with a calendar view of all your tasks. you can collapse and expand your timesheets. So if you'd like to add a log, you can either click the add log button or double click on the day you would like to add a log. So the 28th, just enter the description, the time you started, and the time you ended. Then you'd select the task and the type of work you're doing, billable or non-billable. You select billable, click save, see the task was successfully added and has been added right there on the 28th of September. Additionally, you can go to the search bar and search for the logs that you completed throughout the month. Let's search for the one we just created. As you can see, it's displayed in the bar. Each task is color coordinated depending on its variation. We've got project related, non-project related, and leave. So if we like to edit this task, we'll click the edit button. It's V1. We can click save. As you can see, the task has been successfully edited. As well as you can delete the task. A pop-up will come up asking if you're sure you would like to delete it. You just click yes. Now the task has successfully been deleted. You can also additionally view your timesheet in the month, week, or even a day. Thank you. Now we're going to move on to adding a resource item. As you can see, only the HR managers can add resource item. So you can either click the add resource button quick view over here, which takes you straight to adding the resource. Or if you have click the resource view, you'll have a display of all the resources, and then you can click add resource item. So let's make an example here. Dell laptop subscription. The day was purchased. The cost 15,000. Then you can select the brand, the type, and as well as the status. We'll keep it as available. Click submit. Now you can see the resource item has successfully been added. Additionally, we can also edit the resource item. Let's say click submit. And now the resource item has successfully been edited. And lastly, you can also delete the resource item. A pop-up confirmation will show. Click yes. The item has successfully been deleted.
Moving on to reports. This here is the partner dashboard where we are going to be able to view reports by clicking on view all reports. Once you click on the view all reports, this is the reports dashboard where you are able to view all incompleted projects, hired employees, available employees, project requests, current clients, and open timesheets. You're also able to view the leave reports, leave remaining reports, resource reports, employee summary reports, project request reports, project bills reports, project feedback trends reports, project progress reports, and lastly, the timesheet reports. All these reports are generated from the system's data. Within the leave available reports, the employee is able to view a report of all the leave days of a specific leave type by just clicking on the leave type in order to view the exported report, which will display as such. Next, the leave remaining reports. Within the leave remaining reports, an employee who has taken leave is able to generate a report to see what is the total number of leave days in which they have left. So in this instance, I will be clicking on the study section of this report. Then the system will export the report by showing the number of leave days that I have taken and the number of leave days that I have. This is employee specific. Next is the resource report. Its purpose is to show all the resources within the organization when they were created. The next report is the employee report. The employee summary report is a report that is able to show all the employees within the organization, whom of those employees are assigned to tasks and whom of those who are not assigned to tasks. Next is the project request report. Within the project request report, we are able to see all the projects within the organizations that are currently within the requests and all the projects that are initiated and all the projects that have been completed. The next report is the project bills report. The project bills report gives a summary of the project and the amounts of money in which the project has and whether to inform the senior managers of how much they are spending and how much the budget is, just to keep track of the project's finances. The next report is the project feedback trends report. The project feedback trends report is based off of the project feedback data that was done for a specific project. In this instance here, the report basically summarizes all the responses and gives an analytical view of what the responses were of that given project. You're also able to isolate the feedback by seeing the trend of all of the projects and all of their responses. As you can see here, ABSA, FNB websites, and African Bank, you are able to see how the project was doing based off of the responses of the employees. Then we have the project progress report, which is essentially used to show the project specific progress. As you can see here, the overall project progress is 66%, meaning that the project is 66% from completion. And last but not least, the timesheet reports. The timesheet reports is used to show the hours that each employee within the organization has done. You can export this report by selecting the month that you wish to show. When you click on export, you can select the employee with whom you want to see the timesheet of, and click on the export. The report basically shows all the hours and all the tasks that the employee has worked.
Now onto the resource items, we'll be adding a resource request. As you can see, we are on the resource view page. You can also click here, click the request view. You can see all the past requests you've made. Then you navigate to the top right, click add resource request. Then a pop-up will show. Then you'll select the type of resource you'd like to request. In this case, we'd like to request a laptop. Click the laptop, enter description. I need a laptop for work. Then you click add the request, and now you can see your request has been submitted over here. But since I am logged on as the HR administrator, I'm able to approve or decline it. You can also additionally edit your request, change the type of request you're editing. I want one. You can submit it. As you can see, it's been updated successfully. Now, additionally, since I'm the HR manager, I am able to approve or decline. You can approve, click approve, and then you would select a resource item to approve. Thank you.
So I'll be taking you through human resources. In human resources, HR is able to add employees, edit employees, and view employee details. So we'll start off by adding a new employee. And we'll enter ID number. Choose an employee type and input their email address. And we'll say hire date was today, and we just create. And what I will do is send the employee an email to tell the employee that the profile has been created and they can complete onboarding. Next, I'll take you through how to edit an employee that already exists. So for example, if you want to change the employee type, you can go to edit and change the employee type. Let's make them solutions architect. When you update, the employee type has been updated. Next you have, and you can also view an employee. So this employee has not completed onboarding, hence why there are no details. But if you go to one that has completed onboarding, you can see, you can view all the employees' details. can also search for an employee via their first name or second name. And then I'll just take you through adding an organization. Also pretty straightforward. You click add organization. We'll just add Oracle. And they build the pre-systems. Contact person, we'll make it look. Hammond. And we'll just select a phone number. Wait. So I just select an email address. And then you can choose the organization type, so Oracle as an enterprise. Then you submit it, and as you can see, it's been added. Then you can also search for a specific organization. You can also edit an organization. So we'll just edit this. Let's say groundbreaking. ERP systems, you can update, and as you can see, the description has changed. Then you can also delete an organization and remove it from the system. Another thing that that HR can do is approve and decline leave timesheet requests. So if a timesheet has been logged, for example, then HR can be able to approve it. So if we just go to config right now and log a specific timesheet, we'll first have to create one. So I'll just add a task here and make it non-billable. So once that's been added, it has created a timesheet. Then here, the timesheet has been added. HR can also be able to log timesheets. If I go back here, the timesheet has been, this one has been logged. So then what you have to do is request for the timesheet to be opened. There you go. Once that's submitted, HR can then be able to view people's timesheets. So also another, and here we go. So then you can be able to approve it. And once it's been approved, the employee can then continue adding their logs. You can also just delete a timesheet request. But mostly that'll be for employees to, that'll be for just to not have a bulky system. And yeah, that should be it for HR.
In order to configure the system, you need to be a system administrator. If you are a system administrator, you'll click on the configure button, which will take you to the configuration screen. So we'll start off with gender. So you'll be able to add a gender, let's say transgender. And then let's say I want to edit it, I want to remove the S, I can do that. And I just press the update button. Let's say I no longer want the 4th record anymore. I don't want transgenders to be in the list anymore. I can delete the record and it'll no longer be there. And I can press the back button and go to titles. The same thing applies. I can add another title. Let's add other. I can edit it. Let's say I want others with the S. And I just update it. And then I can delete the title. But let's say I want to delete Miss. It does not allow me to delete Miss because it is currently being used, meaning there is an employee on the system who currently has Miss as a title, hence why I can't just simply delete it. But let's say I want to delete others, I can, because there is nothing associated with it, there is nothing linked to it. And I just press the back button and then we go to ethnic, which is ethnic groups. Let's say I want to add a new ethnic group, let's say mixed. Then I added, let's say I want to edit other to others with the S. and I just press the update button. And then I can also delete. Let's say I want to delete the mixed ethnic group. I can press the delete button and then it removes the record. And I press the back button and then resource category. So I can add a new resource category. Let's say kitchen supplies. And then this can be food and drinks for the office kitchen. And then I press add. And then I can also press edits. Instead of saying kitchen supplies, I can say kitchen stock. And I can update. And then I'll update over here, as you can see. And then if I don't want it anymore, I can simply just delete it. And then with regards to resource brands, so if I want to add a brand, let's say Mac or Apple, I can add it. And then let's say Walton is spelled incorrectly. It's supposed to be Waltons. With the S, I can update it. And then I can also delete. Let's say I know that the company won't use Apple devices. I can delete the brand. Then I can go back. Resource types. So resource types, I can add a new resource type. Let's say vehicles. And then cars will be borrowed by employees. Then categories, we can put that under office supplies for now because there's not a proper category for it. Add. Then let's say because there's no proper category for it, I want to delete vehicle completely, and I can delete it. Here the categories are unknown, so I can edit it and then ensure it goes under electronics, update, and then you can see it is updated. And then we have leaf types. So there's different types of leaf that we get. So I can add a new one. Let's say vacational leave. And then this leave is specifically for vacation. And the number of days is 12. Category. Let's put it under annual leave. Then you get 12 days a year and the status is active. I'm going to press the add button and then you'll see this added here at the bottom. We can also edit it. Let's say I want to change the status from active to inactive. Then I can update it and then you'll see over here it has been updated. We can also delete it if we don't see the need for it anymore, and it'll be removed. So then system configurations, system settings. So we click on system settings and then this is where we can set the session timeout. So we set the session timeout in seconds. So for example, 300 seconds will be 5 minutes. So let's say I want it to be 5 minutes, and I'll put in 300 seconds. Then I'll update the timeout. And then audit trail. So audit trail allows us to see which users have been logged in, when they logged out, etc. And then audit logs is what actions have been taken place from certain users. So over here, let's say I want to see whoever signed in with Google, and I'll search Google, then all the Google sign-ins will appear. So there's all the Google sign-ins. And then let's say I'd like to do audit logs. So with audit logs, let's say I want to what has resource. Resource master. So then these are all resource masters actions. And I can also do U22524861 to see what actions this user has done. And then with permissions, so we can search for users. There's INF there, and then Rolandi there. So we can also give certain permissions to certain people. So let's say I want to give Amber a few permissions. She can lock timesheets and she can manage ethnic groups. Submit that, and then she will have access to those permissions. And I can also revoke permissions. Let's say I don't want her to log timesheets anymore, or I don't want her to manage ethnic groups anymore. I can close and submit, and then those actions or those permissions will be revoked from her. Then I can go back, then upload training video. So we're just waiting for them to load first. Okay, so once they're all loaded, we can just press the Manage Training Videos button. Just ensure that you're signed in with the correct Google account. So then once you have access to the Google Drive, you can add a new video by file upload. Then they say this is the training video. You can open it. And then you'll see here it has been added. If we don't want it anymore, we can also delete it, move to trash, and it'll be removed. So then we can just close Google Drive, and then we can sign in again. So then we have completed uploading training videos. So we can also lock timesheets. So let's say Amy, I want to lock her September because September is almost done. So I want to lock her September timesheet. I can press the lock button, and then it'll be locked, meaning that she no longer has access to edit it. If she does want to make changes, she'll have to edit a edit request where the admin user will have to unlock it again. And then we have recycle bin. So usually all the initiated projects, project requests, tasks, and deliverables will display here if they have been deleted. And then we have the option to either restore them or to permanently delete them. So let's say the recycled initiated projects, I would like to permanently delete this one, and I can press delete, then it'll be deleted like completely off the system. And then for this project request that I recycled, I'm actually realizing that I'd like to keep it, so I press the restore button, and it successfully restores the project request. And I can go back and then to leave category. So here we have the different leave categories. So if I want to add a new one, I can say personal responsibility leave, and then I press the add button, and then it adds it over here. Let's say I want to, instead of saying personal responsibility, I want to say personal wellness leave. I can update it, then it'll be updated over here. If I don't want it anymore, I can always delete it, which removes it from the list. And that is all for configurations. So I can go back to the home page. There are also training videos for our system. So everybody has access to training videos, so you can open the training videos. So we're just waiting for them to load real quick. Here on how to complete actions if the user needs any guidance. So they can always just click on the video. Let's say I want to see how to add a leave request. I can play it, I can make it full screen, close it, pause it, and then there are many more to choose from if you want to look. Then we press the back button, and then we are back at the screen.